Hello dear viewers, how do you do? Hope you are fine. Today's topic is capitalization and punctuation of English second paper for the classes primary level and 6 to 10. I will discuss it in 3 steps. Step number 1, capitalization. Step number 2, punctuation. And step number 3, example. Now let's start with the capitalization. Number 1, Allah, God, Job, Lord, and their pronouns. These are of creator names. The first letter of these creator names and their pronouns will be capital letter. Number 2, the first letter of every sentence, verse, and quotation. The first letter of every complete sentence will be capital letter. Verse means poem line. The first letter of every poem line will be capital letter. And quotation is the point of narration, and we know that narration is a kind of grammatical chapter, and this is of two kinds, direct narration and indirect narration. And quotation is of direct narration. We find it in direct narration, and in this quotation we find and we see that one or more than one sentence, and the first letter of these sentences will be capital letter in quotation mark. Number 3, proper noun and proper adjective. Proper noun means a specific name. The first letter of a specific name will be capital letter. Proper adjective, such kind of adjective which is derived from proper noun. In this case, the first letter of adjective, which is called proper adjective, will be capital letter. Number 4, I of pronoun and interjection word. I, the letter I, when it is used as an pronoun. In that case, I, the letter I will be capital letter, and interjection word, the first letter of all interjection words will be in capital letter. Number 5, day, month, post, title, abbreviation, term, historical event, addressing and personifying. Day. Example, 7 days in a week in English: Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The first letter of these 7 days name will be capital letter. Month, for example, 12 months in a year in English: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. The first letter of these 12 months will be in capital letter. Post means position, designation. For example, head master, principal, assistant teacher, English teacher, prime minister, home minister. In this case, the first letter of every word will be capital letter. Title: Sheikh, George, Khan. These are called title. In this case, the first letter of every word will be in capital letter. Abbreviation PECE, JSC, SSC, HSC, BA, MA. These are called abbreviation. These will be in capital letter. Term. For example, first terminal examination, second terminal examination, third terminal examination, fourth terminal examination, annual examination, half yearly examination. In this case, the first letter of every word will be in capital letter. Historical event. For example, the First World War, the Second World War, the Battle of Palashi. In this case, the first letter of this word will be in capital letter. Addressing. We see that in application, email and letter we use addressing. Hi friend, hi father, mother, sister, brother, dear sir, dear madam. These are addressing. We have to use in these case the first letter of these addressing will be in capital letter. And personifying. We know that when an impersonal word represents as a person, this is called personifying. In that case, we must give capital letter. For example, oh death, how cruel you are. DEATH, death. D will be capital letter. Number 6, language and curriculum, otherwise small letter. Language. When a word is used as a language or curriculum, in this case, the first letter of these words will be in capital letter. For example, English, Bangla, Hindi, otherwise small letter. 7, vexation. Point of the compass. Vexation. When vexation is used as an area, in this case, the first letter of this vexation will be in capital letter, otherwise a small letter. In that case, we don't use capital letter, we will use a small letter. Now let's start punctuation mark. Punctuation. I have written it in 4 angles: serial, mark or sign, symbol and example. At first, serial. Number 1, full stop. Sign, full stop. After a complete sentence, we have to use full stop. For example, he is a student, means he is a learner. It is a complete sentence or complete sentiment. So, we have to use here full stop, and we have to stop fully here. Number 2, comma, sign, comma. Mita, Rita and Gita are friends. Here, when we find more than 2 same kind of name of person, place or thing, there we have to use comma. Mita, comma, Rita and Gita are friends. Number 3, apostrophe comma, means upper comma. Sign, Tom's pen. Tom's pen means a pen is belong to Tom. Possessive case. In possessive case, we have to use apostrophe comma. Number 4, inverted comma. We find it in direct narration. The main speech of the speaker in direct narration is with inverted comma. Example, Johnny said to Bonnie, how are you? Here, how are you is the main sentence of the speaker Johnny. So, we have to use here inverted comma. Number 5, colon. colon sign. We know that in dialogue writing we use colon. Bonnie, colon. What's your name? Bonnie said, what's your name? Number 6, semicolon. Semicolon sign. United we stand, divided we fall. We know that when two sentences or two clauses are in opposite meaning, opposite sentiment, then we have to use semicolon between two clauses or two sentences. For example, united we stand, divided we fall. Number 7, colon dash sign. When a classification or diagram is needed to narrate, we will have to use colon dash. For example, articles are 3, a, and the. Number 8, note of interrogation sign. In interrogative sentence or question structure, we have to use interrogative sign or note of interrogation or question mark. For example, what's your name? Question mark or note of interrogation. Number 9, note of exclamation sign. In the expression of exclamation, we have to use exclamatory sign or note of exclamation. For example, how beautiful you are, exclamatory sign. 10, hyphen sign, mother-in-law. It is called compound noun. Here we find hyphen. It is derived from different kind of parts of a speech. Here we have to use hyphen. Dash sign. For example, I have lost all dash pen, pencil, eraser. Here, when the expression is needed to narrate, there we have to use dash. I have lost all. What have I lost? Dash, pen, pencil, eraser. Number 12, bracket sign. For example, I have lost all. Within bracket, pen, pencil, eraser. We know that when a word or a phrase or a sentence is less important, there we should write and we must write it within bracket. So, I have lost all, within bracket, pen, pencil, eraser. Now, let's go to the example. Example, general or narration passage. You will find in your question paper general passage or narration passage. So, at first, we have to understand sentence structure. We know that sentence is of what kind? Assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, exclamatory. And these 5 kind of sentences are of 2 kinds, affirmative sentence and negative sentence. And we also know that after assertive sentence, optative sentence, imperative sentence, affirmative sentence and negative sentence, we will have to give full stop. And after interrogative sentence, we will have to interrogative sign or question mark. And after exclamatory sentence, we will have to give exclamatory sign or exclamation mark. So, we can start. Here is written a question and answer. To save time, I have written it. It is question. How is your father? Bilkis said. Mr. Rahman, he is very well, thank you. Bilkis replied, I am glad to hear that he is in good health, said Mr. Rahman. I have give an underline in question passages here to understand easily. Here answer. How is your father? Bilqis, said Mr. Rahman. At first, I will help you to understand easily by 2 points. The point number 1, punctuation, and then capitalization. At first, punctuation. Here, start and finish. To understand it easily, you have to understand at first direct narration structure. So, I have also written it earlier. Direct narration structure. Look at it. Reporting subject, reporting verb, reporting object, comma. We have to give comma here. And after that, there will be a sentence or more than a sentence which is the main sentence of the speaker, reporting subject, and there will be reported speech, and there will be inverted comma, and this structure will also be written in another position, reported speech, comma, reporting subject, reporting verb, reporting object. So, look at it. How is your father? Bilqis, said Mr. Rahman. Here finished a sentiment or a sentence, and to understand easily is divided in 3. Here he is well, thank you, Bilqis replied. Here are 3 parts. Okay. From here to there, 1 sentiment. So, we have to give here full stop, and from here to there, it is the main speech of the speaker. So, we have to give here inverted comma, and here we have to give comma because it is main sentence and it is addressing of proper noun, and here is capital letter because the first letter of sentence, and here B capital letter because it is an addressing of proper noun, and Mr. we know that it is title, so M will be capital letter, and Rahman proper noun, so we have to give here R capital letter. Part number 2, he is very well, thank you, Bilqis replied. I call it second sentiment. So here you have to give a full stop, and from here to there Bilqis replied. So it is main sentence of the speaker. So here you will give inverted comma, started, inverted comma, finished. And here are 2 sentences. He is very well, it is an assertive sentence. So, we know that here we will give full stop. Thank you, it is also an assertive sentence. So, here is comma according to this structure. Bilqis, proper noun, so B will be capital letter. Third part, I am glad to hear that he is in good health, said Mr. Rahman. It is third sentiment. From I to health. It is the main sentiment in a speech of the speaker. So we have to give here inverted comma start, inverted comma finish. And I of pronoun, and the first letter of sentence I will be capital letter. Here M title. So Mr. M of Mr. will be in capital letter, Rahman proper noun, so R will be capital letter. Well, dear viewers, if you are benefited with my videos, please like, comment, share, and okay, thank you.